SKADE responds with a fairly one-sided overpass. If Anonymo win this, Josh, I think I will be amazed. Do you want to come up with like a little thing we can both do?
A little thing we can both do?
Oh no, like
I don't know. It's up to you.
you have any ideas on Twitch chat, let us know. I know we shouldn't have Twitch chat open, but I'll get to that. I love
that. It's fine. Yeah. However, it was tilting last map. Just seeing like so many people at the end of the day. We like SKADE.
I've met them.
You've met SKADE in person, worked events in Bulgaria, things like that, and we're fond of SKADE as a team. We will give praise to SKADE all day long because they are just fantastic. However, that game against Nuke was crap. That was really bad. That was one of their worst performances we've seen in quite some time, and we're going to point that out. Yeah, we are going to point out the fact that that was just a terrible, terrible performance from SKADE. And whilst I'm fairly confident that here on their own map pick of Overpass, they should be able to pull it back. They should be able to give us a good showing. I don't want to like put too much into it, because at the end of the day, if that last map was as bad as it was, and they've kind of just woken up today and they're just having a bad day, there's a chance that they could lose this. Anonymo were looking really good earlier, and with a 10-minute break, they could still come into Overpass here and show us something strong.
We do have quite a long break, don't we? Compared to a lot of ones we have that. This is a fairly longer one, so there's definitely a lot of time for both sides to cool down and kind of recuperate for what will be this map. And for SKADE, they go into this with a fair bit of util. There's already a smoke that's been deployed, so it's 3 flashes and a smoke on top of what's already been thrown for SKADE. For Anonymo, it's just a flash into, well, a kit and 2 flashes to get themselves forward. As SKADE go for con control, they continue to push their way forward as they make their way up from con, and puts a lot of pressure onto Stacks now, who single-handedly got to hold this position over towards Fountain. And as he prepares for this initial attack, he'll watch that util flight, he'll get ready for the initial attack. He hears that flash go out, so he's ready for the players to push straight into him. They saw the first one fall, turn around, trying to follow through. And he's attempts to do so, he's taken down instantly for his woes, though. Ships trying to cement it. Ships able to do that, put into a 4v4. We now have follow-up push go through for K, pushing forward on towards the long to try and keep SKADE at bay. So he does so, though. He's got ships who's going to be aggressing towards the left side of this long position. Of course, when you run on the grass, you don't make as much noise, but that won't stop K. He's able to finish the job. Shutting down ships puts us into a 3-on-4, with SKADE turning their attention away towards this B site. That being said, though, Anonymo with 2 players over towards water do have 2 members ready to hold firm for this attack. They're going to have this attack, well, known for them. As they push their way forward, Duplicate and Oxygen both cross on this angle. They'll be making a lot of noise as they push towards this site. So with this herd, the Heaven Smoke goes down. Players are spotted out. Kyler dinked as he pushes his way forward. Duplicate actually aggressing all the way towards CT, but as he does so, Innocent shuts down Oxygen. It's KO on Duplicate. Innocent to finish the job on the Rain Waker. And just like that, we have Anonymo leading 1-0. So people are asking, we're both English.
We're both like born and bred
proper
English. Proper English, yeah. Crazy. I'm not even going to address it any further. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, I don't think it actually gets more English than us.
Really doesn't. I'll tell you what. You say bad English. Kramer can teach you words that even 90% of English people don't know.
To be honest, a lot of them have been taught to me by people who aren't natively English.
Oh, well, they're still English words.
That's true. Yeah, we got push going forward. These Glocks, of course, it's open season. It's open season for Ships, who's able to get 2 quick kills as Skyler falls. Okay, he's able to trade onto 1, though. Into a 3-on-3. He's wary of this M4. It can be wielded against him to a merciful degree. But as he backs away, we've got Oxygen, who's just going to push his way in towards toilets. Again, deploying the old smoke, or the old weapon back up towards Party where he can to give Denny Slaw a bit of a fighting chance. But elsewhere, Ships has killed his teammate in rotation. 2-on-2, and for Ships with a M4 in hand. He doesn't have armor, so this MP9 is something he's got to fear. For good reason. Okay, finishes the job. It's all on Denny Slaw. Unable to retrieve that weapon towards long. Has been spotted out as he pushes in towards toilets. And as K likes to hold firm. Innocent will be ready for the reaggressment. Unfortunately, trapping Denny Slaw in long toilets. And because of that, he's got nowhere to go.
Well, bomb on his back. 2 players to find. And he could get the positional advantage here. If he can catch out this player on Party, he needs to be aware, though, that there is K coming in from behind, and it's just not going to happen. Innocent pincers in. And Denisor drops 2-0. Anonymo, they get off to a really good start here on Overpass. Next round, where the weapons come out from SKADE, is where Anonymo are really going to be challenged. This round was, well, at least should have been a little bit of a freebie for them. They did take a fair amount of damage from it, though. But starting off on this CT side, good chance that if they take this buy round, they could even extend this to 4.
They absolutely could. And as the SKADE move their way forward, they're going to get ready for this initial attack. And as they position themselves towards the top of Con, they deploy that early utility. It's Snacks as well, who is just ready, AWP in hand. There's that opening, ships to full, and with K on this close angle now, Denisor needs to be careful. He's going to go for this initial spout of aggression, swinging wide, but K goes to the timing attack. It works beautifully. And just like that, SKADE, they go 2 members down. 3 players left, and sure, they have the odd bit of utility, a single smoke, single molly. They're going to have to rely on these AKs to open up wherever they dare go. And for Duplicate, he'll look to do just that. Again, hand shifting forward. Innocent, I don't quite think Innocent saw him, but he'll definitely see Duplicate as he pushes towards the other side of this pillar. The flash goes down. There's Innocent swinging out the first member with the assistance of Kyler. It's a quick little kill. And for Oxygen and Rainwaker, they got no choice.
Well, this has been a really strong round from Anonymo. The 8Ks, they're completely demolished. It's almost a flawless round there, in fact, for the Polish side, who take this 3-0 with no bomb plant going down for SKADE either. They're not going to have that extra money. We're going to see $2,900 in the bank. They do have a max loss bonus behind them, so we will see them buy some pistols. They'll buy some armor. We see a max 10 on Oxygen. They're going to go down to sort of $1,000, $1,500 mark. They'll have enough money to buy into the next. However, this isn't a great buy. This should be 4 for Anonymo.
That it should do. As they push their way forward, we've got a couple of flashes to go out either way. For the most part, SKADE, they're ramping up for a bit of a fast hit towards B. Flash goes down, aggression from K, good for 1. Doesn't quite realise Oxygen's got to the other side of him though, so it keeps things even. And as Innocent tries his hand at aggression, the Max 10 just shuts him down. Oxygen, beautiful round by him. The Molly finishes the job with the assistance of these rifles, and because of the firebomb now torching the site, it now leaves both Denisor and Rainwaker having to delay their plant and/or plants at quite an awkward position. With Kyler aggressing up from short, he'll see with that bomb plant there's going to be a play towards water. He doesn't know where Denisor is, and that is the man to worry about because of that M4. But as he makes his way forward, Denisor falls. It's all on Rainwaker. He'll be quickly spotted out. It's a quick little kill by Bineo, who doesn't even need his team there. As Anonymo go 4-0 up.
Strong round from them again, keeping 3 players alive, keeping that AWP going on Snacks, keeping those 2 AKs as well. That's exactly what you want on your CT side. Those rifles that pack a bit of an extra punch. With so much money starting to build up behind them, it's not got to a point where it's out of hand just yet, with Snacks having to drop a weapon there as well. He was on 5k previously, but M4s are quite expensive, and having to reinvest that utility and whatnot as well does get you right down to no money once again. However, if they win this one, I do start to worry for SKADE.
Yeah, they do. Smokes go down. Oxygen leads the charge on forward, trying to come out on top with these initial members as he just dives into water. It's a really aggressive push by SKADE, and it works beautifully. K, good for 1. Duplicate there to trade. Puts us into a level pegging with Kyler finishing off Denisor. But with that smoke going down towards sandbags, we might even see a boost over from short to try and get to the other side of these sandbags. Instead, as the nade goes down, Rainwaker, he'll be able to shut down Kyler, putting it down to ships onto Mineo on the flank. Leave it all on Snacks, AWP in hand, 1 versus 3. And I think from here, Josh, it should be the first round for SKADE.
It should be. Snacks, yeah, it doesn't actually look like he's going for this. Bit of a superficial retake here, just hoping for some exit frags. So it's definitely going to be around for SKADE, especially with Duplicate on that off angle. Nice headshot from him. Doesn't actually opt to pick up that AWP, which is interesting. There's an AWP right at his feet there. They don't want it. Could have picked it up, could have dropped it over to Denny, could have even dropped it over to Ships. Neither of them wants it. In fact, Denny's got one. Did he just buy that? Or did he find that elsewhere?
He must have found it because he killed the final player towards CT at the end.
Ah, on the death cam, he just didn't pick up the AWP. That's bizarre. Maybe he picked up the AWP just after we cut to the replay.
Let's going to see a bit of a 3-man boost as well. This is a fun one. I do like this. It doesn't work though, but it's still a fun one, and eventually it'll work. It definitely loses its sincerity when it takes them about 6 attempts to do so, but at least they have an angle. Unfortunately for SKADE, just a hit towards B. They dodge this completely. They get that plant, and they have a few exits. That might be all they're after here.
It's surprising the fact that Anonymo, after 1 round loss, they're on a full eco here. We saw them take 4 in a row. They were rather convincing rounds as well. As soon as one doesn't go their way, they just go for nothing. I mean, they're not going to have any kind of loss bonus, so they can't go for some kind of heavy investment where they drop down to like $1,500 or anything like that. But there was definitely some grounds to buy a couple of pistols here or something like that. Instead, they save every single penny. They stack up in this T-spawn, hoping to get some exit frags as the jiggle comes in, and it'll confirm that Denny's there. Now 5 of them are going to fish out, accompanied by the flash, but they do walk straight into the blender. Innocent does find one onto Denny, but that AWP will be retrieved.
They're able to retrieve the yeah, it's a bit of damage. That's all they're really after there, and the SKADE make it too. They start to try and catch up to Anonymo here, and it looks like our HUD may have crashed, Josh.
The HUD may have crashed? Oh, yes, you're right. There are definitely, not 2 players alive here for Anonymo. That's there we go. 3 steps.
Cool, one of those days, folks. Unfortunately, we don't control anything you see. We're just restreaming the Russian broadcast. So I know there's quality issues. That's not our fault. We're just streaming the VLC player. We just gotta make do with what we're given, and unfortunately, we're not given much. So as Oxygen pushes his way forward, he'll try and take this initial fight over towards these players on short. As he does so, Kyler moves himself away. Wait to see where Anonymo attack from.
Well, it does it again. Every time the camera pans elsewhere, the HUD breaks. Either way, we are going to see Oxygen burst in, find the kill with the Mat 10, narrowly missing that AWP shot, but Rainwaker's there to recover it. And Anonymo, they make an early save call. They say, do you know what? We've got no chance of retaking this. We'll fall away. We'll hold on to these rifles, try and carry them across into the next. Ships is on hot pursuit, though. Already wrapped around to that T-spawn, ready to try and catch him out. And he might just be able to do so.
I'll tell you what, I see someone in the chat called Stojans, and it reminded me of someone I met in Bulgaria called Stojkovic. Can I teach you the Bulgarian he taught me?
Me? Go on then, yep.
It's we can only say it on the UCC broadcast because we'll get into trouble if we said it anywhere else. But it's Yeshbehuya, which it means,
do I want to know what that means?
It's me inviting you to do something phallic with your mouth.
For God's sake. That's good. I mean, that's good. Go to Bulgaria. Okay, yeah, I can see people putting that in the chat. Brilliant.
Yeah. You taught me in the supermarket.
The supermarket?
Yeah, just pretty loudly, just in the middle of the supermarket. It's alright. It was pretty obvious that I'm just some clueless foreigner. So,
innocent foreigner. He tells you it means like "thank you very much" or something.
No,
and
they didn't even tell me what it means. They just said repeat after me.
Oh
granted,
my
I
goodness.
actually realised, looking with hindsight, actually I probably should have been suspicious, but it's fun little phrase. Would have been nice if they told me what it meant after I said it, rather than well, return to England. But
that's brilliant. You like to get pranked with languages.
Yeah, it's fun learning languages. It's always fun. Well, he'll be able to pick up that M4, move his way forward. SKADE, another quick round. This should be their equalizer as well. For Anonymo, saving 2 rifles, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, to say the least. At least it means that the next round, their economy isn't punched too hard, but it's still a pretty awkward spot to be in, to say the least, Josh.
Well, Ship's headshot there onto Minio. Does just thin out these numbers even further. Anonymo, they haven't been massively successful with these saves, have they? Going for the early save calls and not being able to actually carry across those weapons, kind of the worst thing you can do. Means that you don't actually have a shot at winning the round, but you also don't gain anything out of it. They do manage to carry across 2 of the M4s, though. I don't think they're able to force anything around it, so going into this next round... Oh, okay, no, tell you what, completely retract that. They do have enough to force around it. We could actually see Innocent drop an AWP over here as well.
Maybe it's the buyer has ability, right? And it's something that they're going to be happy to do. Here's the thing, Josh. For SKADE, this is like this is, I think, out of the teams we cast, this is the highest win rate on any map that we've had for quite a while. I think Havu in their prime a couple of weeks ago, I think their best map was Nuke, and that was about 90, but it wasn't as high as 95.
Yeah, we talked the other day, didn't we? There was I actually can't remember. We cast so many teams every day; it all just kind of blurs into one.
Does, doesn't it?
But yeah, there was some team that had like a 90% win rate, and we were trying to work out if anybody actually had higher than that across more than 20 maps. And yeah, we did agree. SKADE's Overpass was probably the strongest map of any team in like the tier 2 scene at the moment, I think. And even when you kind of breach into tier 1 a little bit as well, Gambit are kind of up here with their Overpass as well. They're really, really strong, and I think they're rocking 85% or something around that kind of mark too. Very nice flicky shot there from Dennis Law. Very fast stuff, but he can't follow up. Falls away. Maybe a blessing in disguise, as he's there by himself. If he aggressed any further, could have lost his life. Minio, though, he's got the timing, should be able to level out these numbers.
Kill on duplicate, and what comes with that kill is map control. He knows full well that Toilets and Banana is completely clear. What he doesn't know is what's happening just over that wall towards Long. And for Oxygen, so what is happening? It's a push, Josh, and so he makes his way forward. He looks to try and get an early pick here, but as he does so, he turns around. I think he was just spotted out by Kyler with a jump spot. Well, he was, but he wasn't killed. K's there to be the one to trade, and as the money goes down, Minio shut down by ships means that aggression has to come through from K. He too is spotted out, realizing the sincerity of the situation. That's Innocent to trade onto Denny's floor. That bomb being dropped falls down into Connector, leaving Ships in a 1v1. And as Ships pushes forward, little does he know that actually Innocent has had a really, really smart idea here to push out of Con and to hold the other side of this smoke. He does so, Ships is spotted out. It's a quick little kill. And for Anonymo, they maintain their lead, but only just.
Well, Anonymo, honestly, I'm rather surprised with them today. I was very surprised with their nuke performance. Now they've moved over to Overpass, and I was kind of expecting this to go in the favor of SKADE very early on. I was expecting from the get-go SKADE to kind of cement like an early 6-7 rounds. That's not been the case. It's been very contentious. Even Anonymo winning that round there, confirming to us that it wasn't just a little string at the start off of the back of SKADE having no money, and that they do actually bear teeth in their buy rounds. Oxygen can find that opener onto the map, but the MP9 doubles down onto Innocent, who's trying to trade, and I think SKADE should be able to make this level once again and tie this up 5-5.
That I do, and that's a beautiful, beautiful opening from Oxygen there. But Kyler, he's a try and trade. He does so beautifully into the 3-on-3. And now he might even try and make it 3 onto Duplicate here. He swings forward, Duplicate finishes the job. However, he's going to continue this commitment towards B. They're running straight into the ops as they do so. When as Oxygen shuts down Minio convincingly there, Snacks left in a 1v3. Pushing forward, he hears that plant go down. He doesn't know where these members are, though, so he's got to play for timing. And as Duplicate pushes his way forward, Sax misses the shot. Duplicate punishes him for it. They'll save that up, but more importantly, SKADE will equalise at 5-5. And Anonymo, out of money, out of luck. They're going to have to go down to a pistol round. And, well, for SKADE, that's their ticket to not only take the lead, but to, more importantly, try and cement one.
I mean, when you're losing 2 men instantly in a round like that, when Oxygen can just send himself up short and find 2 instant headshots, I just don't really know what you can do. I think Anonymo perhaps need to stop contesting short control. It's clearly not working for them. Hold it from an arm's length. Maybe use that Molotov to stop the control early. Trying to fight it. Doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. They're losing that gunfight every single time. Oxygen once again finding the entry onto Snacks. And he's been rather consistent in these last couple of rounds at finding these opening picks, even though this is an eco.
Well, then he's shutting down a few members back and forth. K trades with the USB. Oxygen shuts him down, leaving it all onto Innocent. Deagle in hand, 1v4. And for SKADE, this is the lead. That'll be 6 for them. Unless we see something frankly abhorrent from Innocent here, which, honestly, I doubt, Josh.
Yeah, me too. I was just about to go into there's a chance he can do some damage here, but no, Duplicate swiftly puts a bullet right into his head. SKADE, they take the lead for, I think, the first time here on Overpass, you know, 6-5. Still rather close stuff, but SKADE, they have been in control of this, only narrowly. Ships, he's playing very, very well right now. 14 kills, 117 ADR. He's having a massive, massive impact on the server, as you would expect from the young gun. Really, really talented player. And SKADE, they look to extend this lead further as they face up against the 5-rifle setup and the aggression towards mid, but that's very, very strong there. Innocent finding that opener.
Well, that they do. And now SKADE push their way forward towards this position over on B. We've got Kyler, who's going to try and hold firm. Flashes go down. Kyler misses, unable to catch out Oxygen. Allows Minio to finish the job. Crosses into this 3-on-2. And for now, it leaves K and Innocent into a very, very tough spots. Both members left standing. The location suspected but not known for ShipSyncon. As Ships gets ready to push his way forward, this duel with K is going to be everything. Flashes go down, and for K, spots out, Ships comes out on top. Now Rainwake is left in a dicey position. Luckily for him, the bomb is planted for him should he choose to push towards Heaven. As he does so, he sits on this close angle. He's got the volley from Innocent to know his initial location. Good for one. K there to trade, and it's a beautiful back and forth from Anonymo as they tie things up at 6-6. But here's a problem that every CT side faces at some point, Josh, which is they're exchanging blows. And because of that, Anonymo, they do not have an economy.
Well, that was something that was really prevalent a few rounds ago, wasn't it? After they went 4-0 up. They lost a single round and they had no money to work with. Once again, we see it here on that CT side. Everything's just that little bit more expensive. Harder to pull out a proper investment. And as they come into this one, a scout on Kyler. A couple of M4s really lacking on this UTL side of things. And for SKADE, they've got plenty of money to work with. You see that bank is flourishing right now. Duplicate spamming through the wall. Does connect. Only a tiny bit of damage dealt, though. Does apply some pressure, gives them some information, and as K finds that opening headshot, strong start here from Anonymo once again.
So they're going to be pretty happy with, to say the least. Anonymo left in a fairly tough spot for the time being as they try to at least make up for the fact that SKADE has really pushed their way forward. And with this lack of map control, SKADE pushing their way forward again. Control towards fountain, control towards the starter toilets, to say the least, and Anonymo not really fighting for it. We see, I believe that's 3 men in rotation there. And with this transition, they go for a very, very bold stack towards the safe site. Of course, the flank from Innocent right now is going to be pivotal to their success. They just need to pray, they need to hope that SKADE do not go down from Con towards B. If they don't, which they haven't, now the stack from Innocent is going to be absolutely terrifying. He'll push his way forward. There's players towards the map. A bit of damage done to Minio. He'll attempt to hold as Oxygen is going to be assisted by Ships to finish the job. Set aside, more damage goes through. Now Snack's in the corner. He's caught out by Oxygen. It's an absolute slaughter onto this site. And no matter what happens, SKADE, they still shut down everyone.
Ooh. Well, thought there was a chance. Innocent maybe could have done some damage there had he denied the plant, but came a second too late. 7-6. We continue to go back and forth. Now, though, Anonymo, they don't have any money, so it is going to be an eco here. We'll probably see a couple of pistols come out, given the fact they've got that $3,400 loss bonus going into the next, that 15th and final round of the half. They'll have enough to go for a proper buy. That'll be where they try and pull this one 8-7. And SKADE, this has been a good half from them. There's no doubting the fact that they're 7-6 up. They're about to make it 8-6 on their T side of their map pick. It's not a bad half at all, but it's not as one-sided as we've seen previously from these two teams.
They push their way forward. SKADE going for control towards Con, and these mollies are really going to wreak havoc onto anyone who tries to defend. Snack's caught out by the nade. Minio is by some miracle able to survive in the corner initially, but without a conversion, SKADE, this once again should just be a fairly quick round.
Or Rainwaker. Great nade. Follows up with Duplicate's headshot. And K left on his lonesome. 1 versus 5. And it's just about damage for him right now. He's on the wrong bomb site. There's no point in him saving. If he can wrap around. I mean, to be honest, damage doesn't mean anything either. Because there's so much money here on SKADE. Going into the next round, they're going to have loads of cash. So maybe K just wants to save this Kevlar. That would kind of make sense. Any kills he goes for here are purely for stat padding purposes.
Initial nade goes down. SKADE, again, just trying to hold firm. And the reality is, assuming they end up going, what would be 8-7, 9-6 up on their T side, is a beautiful spot for them. Because you need to bear in mind as well, SKADE, their favoured side is their CT side, not their T side. And for Anonymo, they're just not in a pleasant spot to say the least, regardless of what their favoured side is. Because for SKADE, they've been given an inch and they've taken a mile. And as Anonymo try to recover as best they can, this is still an awful map for them. They do favour their CT side, and the fact that they've only been able to scrape a couple of rounds with it isn't a pretty spot to say the least.
It's not great. Going into round number 15, the final of the half. Denny with that AWP. Everyone else here with the AK-47s. Full utility. They've brought up pistols. They've not spared any expense here. And they're going to rush right towards B, which is actually completely uncontested. Anonymo, they're playing for retake right now. And they've got no utility to do so. And they've only got one kit. And they've got no armor on Snacks. This is not a good spot to be in.
You're absolutely right. The molly goes down. It forces Innocent into a really awkward spot. And he's able to survive, which is frankly a small miracle. But instead, ships will be boosted up into heaven. Now, this is a tough spot for SKADE or for Anonymo. There's no way they predict this. Kyler spams at smoke as best he can, with Dennis will finding the initial opening as Binio's there to fall. Through the smoke, Kyler takes the continuation of the damage, but he's still able to survive. But survival isn't enough at this point. With only 17 seconds left, we need these kills to come in quickly. Ships, he responds onto Snacks. Innocent doubles down with duplicate to next there. The Kyler's ready to go to one more as well, but the players in towards CT and on water. There's no way they can come out on top here. Through the smoke, Oxygen. It's messy, and SKADE eventually get the kill, but for a second there, that was damn close, Josh.
There was a good 10 bullets that just kind of went left and right and somehow dodged the man in the smoke. That is crazy. 9-6, those ships really leading the charge here for SKADE. He didn't show up massively on Nuke, and I think that lack of presence was very evident. Him and Oxygen right now doing pretty much all of the heavy lifting. Ships getting these big post-plant kills. Oxygen consistently finding these entries. Without these two players putting up these kind of performances, I think they'd really be struggling right now. Anonymo, as they move over to their T side, if they can take the pistol, I think there's a chance they come back into this. If they lose it, it becomes 10 times harder.
Yeah, absolutely right. And for SKADE, this is a quite a nice position to be in. My worry for them is that because they have quite a reliance on ships and Oxygen, but on the CT side, you can't really carry, similarly to how you would on the T side. And for Anonymo, they're fairly closely split together, bar Snacks, who's having a stinker. For the rest of them, they can all kind of fight as one, and that can mean that the CT side might be a bit more favourable for them. Of course, this is sort of speculation, and frankly, SKADE are terrifying on their CT side of Overpass, but this is a world in which Anonymous still have a chance.
Absolutely, yeah. If those key players show up, and if they can get those rounds on the board early and establish themselves an economy. SKADE, on their favoured side, on their best map in the pool, to try and stay alive here in this series. I heard people talking earlier about the fact that they've got a qualifier later on. I'm not sure if that's for Flashpoint or something like that, or what else is going on at the moment? What other qualifiers that are being played out?
No, SKADE against ND in a Flashpoint qualifier.
Okay, is that later on today?
It's in about 2 hours.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, yeah, they actually really want to win this quickly.
Well, they should quite comfortably be able to win that one. Obviously, there's some really good players on Dundee, but as a team, no real history. Yeah, Robin. I mean, Twist is playing over there as well, so either way, nice opening headshot there from Snacks. Ships does find one in retort, so we go 4 versus 4 with 1:20 on this clock. And Ships looking to aggress here towards Monster as well. It can find the kill. It's actually Oxygen to do the finishing blow. But it's all a bit of a ruse. It's an A-site hit regardless. And Innocent needs to find these openers and needs to be aware of the man behind him in long, which he won't be. Rainwaker, the trigger discipline. It's perfect, but he's let the man fall away.
As they push their way forward. Yeah, it's going to be this brief lull in which Ships, he hears this plant go down from the flank. Kyler is called out. Ships, the 1-2 is perfect from the flank, and But now Ships, he'll try and finish the job onto Innocent. He does just that. A beautiful pistol round from him. And there you have it. Ships right now, he is a monster for SKADE.
Ships, as you say, really, really strong stuff. 3 kills, in fact, 4 kills in the round, sorry. 10-6, and SKADE push themselves onto double digits and should be able to extend this further as well. As Anonymo, they didn't get the bomb plant in that last round. It means that they cannot go for a force buy here. They have to save this money, go for a full investment into the 18. SKADE, that should mean 11 for them. 3 MP9s in play here. They're looking to farm some cash against these ecoing unarmored members, and that's exactly what Rainwaker does.
Absolute slaughter. SKADE left in a 11-6 situation. But I am starting to worry for Anonymo here. Bear in mind that they were, was it 4-0 up at some point? So SKADE, they've hit this momentum where they've won 10 rounds in a row, or 10 rounds in a row. They've only won 2. They're in a tough spot to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, SKADE, this is where they need to be careful with these 2 MP9s still in play. They have got that AWP though, and Minio charging his way up with the MAC-10. It wins the duel against the SMG on the CT side. Denny can trade it. If there's more players here to charge him down, then he'll lose his life, and Kyler does exactly that. AWP now retrievable, but they're not going to take it.
As Ships pushes his way forward, we've got the initial point of contact with Innocent, who domes Ships there. They have a duplicate and Oxygen in a very tough spot to say the least. They're left in a 1 versus 4. K finishes Oxygen. They've a duplicate to push his way forward. What on earth can he hope to do here with a tough spot ahead? Again, just trying to tease his way around the corner. He hasn't quite killed anyone yet, and best case scenario for him would be killing one of these AKs and just clinging to it, and, well, he does just that. Kills the first one. Should be able to get around the corner and save as SKADE make it 12.
I don't think SKADE are making it 12, Kremer. I think Anonymo are making it 7.
Sorry, I do apologise. I'm on autopilot as Anonymo make it 7.
Yeah, I mean, big stuff, duplicate. Looking to try and hold on to this M4, I suppose. They don't have a lot of money behind them, but if he can hold on to this, he'll be able to drop Denny. Everybody else can buy to some degree, and I think we'll see a decent buy up in the next, but Kai's not going to allow that one. 11-7, 4 rounds in this. And as we look at SKADE's economy, it's a little bit shaky. Maybe they could buy here. I think they probably will, to be honest.
Is it Key, K, or Kai?
I don't know. I've kind of been saying, like, all of it. I've been saying a bit of everything. If anybody out there, we've got 1,800 people in the chat, so if anyone knows whether it's Kai, K... Yeah, I would appreciate it. Could be Key.
And is it Minio or Minio?
Yeah, that one as well. I always say Minio, but
I don't mind
well,
K is what everyone's saying. Alright. Well, it's a back and forth, in which SKADE go a man down, but with that early kill, it leaves Rainwaker able to just back away and hold firm.
oh wow, we're getting mixed feedback.
Oh,
See,
no.
this is the thing. This is where the uncertainty comes in. And ever since someone told me off for how I was saying Fuzi the other day, I don't trust anybody anymore. I have real trust issues with Twitch chat.
I trust him. Alright, K it is. How do we say Minio? Minio, Mini, or Minio?
I don't know. I think either or. We could ask him. Could ask him himself.
We actually probably could ask him himself, but Minio, not Manio.
I don't think we were saying
Did we say
Mania.
Manio?
Minio. Okay, yeah, Minio. All right, we'll go with that.
It's Jim Gordon someone to trust? Someone called Jim Gordon someone we can trust, Josh?
Why not?
No. Alright. We'll trust Jim Gordon. Minio it is. I feel like
Well,
we're absolutely being trolled right now. Just
I think maybe we are. Yeah. Either way, Key sounds about right. Minio sounds right. So we'll just go with it. And if we're wrong, then no one's going to complain. Who's going to complain? Not Twitch chat, because they're
they'll
who said
complain
it.
anyway, no matter what we do.
Exactly. Yeah, I suppose. That's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, people are just putting key emojis. It's key. But it's actually K. I don't know anymore, man. Let's just get back into the game. SKADE. They're on a really weak buy. Couple of rifles out here amidst an eco, and Snacks is able to hit that opening shot with the AWP. We do see one come through for Oxygen, but he's being bombarded with nades. There's no way he gets out of that one alive as Snacks connects again. And with the man advantage and the bomb site obtained, I think that yeah, they should be able to put themselves 9 down.
Well, Minio, able to shut down Duplicate. Puts us into this 4-on-2. And as Snacks goes aggressive, he'll be ready for Denny's slot as they'll try to back away and maybe hunt for the odd exit here or there. The reality is, for Anonymo, this will be 9, and they'll actually keep it relatively level. SKADE, they're not out of the woods yet, Josh, and lo and behold, 2-0 is a very real possibility right now.
It is, yeah, it really is. This was a decent investment here from SKADE. It's not worked out for them at all. They found a single kill with it. Brilliant 3K there from Snacks. I think a lot of people have really felt that he's had a very slow game so far. That was his time to kind of shine a little bit, put some frags down in an important round. Now, only 2 in it, and if Anonymo win this next one, SKADE are going to have no money, and will more than likely see this scoreline tie up. That's
a scary prospect, isn't it, for SKADE?
It is, yeah.
I honestly don't think this isn't really SKADE playing badly either. This is Anonymo playing sick.
It is, yeah. Anonymo are actually playing really, really well on their T side. SKADE aren't making any major mistakes here. I think when we saw it in the first buy round of this half where the MP9 and the AWP were getting aggressive there towards Fountain and they were caught off by Connector, I think that was definitely a bit of a mistake. You can't really afford to take that kind of risk, especially knowing that you are going to be against some kind of half buy like that. But other than that, I can't really point out any other mistakes here that SKADE have made. They're just being outclassed.
Yeah, completely. And as Anonymo just fan out into a default, they know full well if they win this buy round, they've equalised, and because of that, Minio being very careful as he pushes his way forward. From shot, he's got Duplicate to try and hold, and with this brief lull, Duplicate and Oxygen, the wombo combo. So then he's taking now see this aggression. Minio, he shuts down Duplicate, there's the opening. Trade there from Oxygen though, 2 quick kills, both headshots with a laser-like precision. Provides SKADE with a man advantage, but man advantage to what ends? As Kyler, he'll back away, he'll hold for the aggression on short. Nothing's come yet though, with instead Rainwaker aggressing onto Innocent on long. Quick little kill, leaves Anonymo with 2 players left, and SKADE looks like they might be able to get a grip on things again.
Absolutely, yep. Ships up close with this for Mass. See the AK spraying away, almost connecting onto Oxygen, who's low HP. It finally does. Kyler takes him out, needs to be aware of the man on the site. But as the AWP on Snacks connects with Denny, it all comes down to Ships right now on this bomb site on top of the box. As Kyler swings round, though, he spots him. Not before Ships can find the headshot, though. As the bomb's tapped in, 10 seconds left. Rainwaker's going to swing, try and take him out as he comes off. Rainwaker will be able to win the duel, but it's a very close round. Comes down to the 1-on-1. That is incredibly close. And Anonymo, they will be able to pull out a full investment into the next off of the back of it regardless and try and bounce it back. Something that someone mentioned that round, and I have to agree with it, to be honest, as well. That round, everybody on SKADE had a premium rifle except for Ships. And the fact that, even though it might seem a little bit egotistical, the fact that no one's swapping with Ships there to say, yeah, do you know what? You're playing out of your mind this game, and we're like some of the guys there on SKADE having a bit of a weak performance. Take this M4, take this AUG. It does surprise me because Ships right now is sitting on like 25 frags, and there are players here still on single digits.
I mean, yesterday when we were playing, we didn't drop anyone who was doing well or anyone who was doing badly.
Yeah, but that's because we're toxic and we don't have. We're not a pro team that are trying to win.
Shit,
we just troll. We were trolling, Kremer.
Yeah, right,
we grief ourselves.
We actually grief ourselves pretty hard. As we see SKADE, a bit of aggression towards towards toilets, and Denny saw he hasn't spotted out anyone just yet though. Snacks pushes forward. Snacks just spun out Dennysaw. Dennysaw misses the aggression, though. Little does he know, Kyler's on the close angle. He finishes the job on the first member. Rainwaker's forced away because of this. And, well, in a 4-on-4 now, Anonymo, they've got this push forward towards toilets. And as Kyler just gets this positioning, he forces SKADE into an awful spot.
Well, a 4 versus 4 with only one man to defend this B bomb site as well. If Anonymo actually burst in here, they've only got to win the one duel. Duplicate holding towards the back as well. A single flashbang could eliminate him right now. Very, very vulnerable to it. There we go. Smoke rains over the top onto Heaven. They clear all these angles. They spot the shadow and water. Innocent's able to take him out without contention. And as the molly goes down, it's going to stop any peek from ships coming through.
Ships shifting forward, looking for this initial member. Spots out Kyler, able to do the job, puts us into a 3-on-3. And a bit of extra damage is done to them. It leaves them in quite a tough spot. SKADE on a retake with 30 seconds left, and with only 1 kill on Rainwaker, have to make up for this. But looks like we're going to see a save here, Josh. A fairly wise call from SKADE, because they really don't have any money whatsoever. And for Anonymo, this is where they, well, hit those double digits and look to keep this in hot contention.
Absolutely. And they keep that money going as well. 3 players staying alive and cash still behind them. Had they have lost this round, we would have seen it go 13-9, and we would have seen Anonymo have to pull out what would probably have been their final buy. But right here, this is looking fantastic. SKADE, they do keep 3 players going. They do maintain that double up setup, so we will see a couple of weapons dropped and another buy here from them. If that doesn't work out and they're not able to go for a hard save again, Anonymo should certainly be able to tie this one up and maybe even take the lead.
This is a really, really clean opportunity for SKADE to move forward, or for Anonymo to move forward, sorry, because SKADE, out of money, means that around this double up setup, they've just got a eco, and it really means that these Orbs have to go aggressive to make up for the fact that they've lost some early advantage. And as they do just that, this is where Anonymo will look to punish them and get this opportunity to push ahead. Rainwaker forced away from Con, but the molly doesn't quite keep him back. Instead, it just deters him, if anything. With Minio shifting forward on B short. Spots out the initial man. Oxygen falls. He knows where one of the Orbs are. Instead, as Duplicate goes aggressive, we'll run straight into K. Finished off as well. As the 2 ecoing players are quickly dispatched, it means that once these Orbs are gone from SKADE, they're gone. And for aggression, ships straight down Kate. There's an opening. Legs down Minio as well. Can't quite finish the job though. But he's going to aggress with this USP. Smoke goes down. Through the smoke, he can't quite finish the job. As Rainwaker towards A is good for another. Snacks to trade. Allows Minio to push forward. Dennysaw able to get the next say in the matter, putting us into a 2-on-2. And all things considered, this is looking really quite even. Especially with ships straight down Minio. He's now got the bomb. And for Anonymo, that is a messy, messy round.
It really is, yeah. Somehow they've let this one slip with 40 seconds left, though. Snacks still a chance here, as what is Denny doing? Running with his knife out, not expecting Snacks to be there. 35 seconds on this clock. The Battle of the Titans, the 2 Orpers, they found 2 kills apiece this round. Snacks coming in from short. He's not made any noise. Needs to be aware that Ships is to the right. And oh my goodness, Snacks, you can say what you like about him. He's had a rough game so far, but that is one hell of a clutch.
I mean, you're right, that was a nuts by Snacks there. That was absolutely incredible. And as SKADE move forward, what on earth do they have to do to recover from that? Because they lose this round, they're out of money, onto a reset, and Anonymo take the lead. And with only about 6 rounds left of the game, this isn't the place for that to happen. Anonymo are really looking strong right now, and tell you what, Snacks, he is, yeah, that is a man to fear.
He really is. Yeah, that was an unbelievable shot. You could see by the fact that he was entertaining the idea of ships maybe being towards Monster. I was worried he was going to peek in with his back turned or show that scope and allow ships to adjust his crosshair. But no, he just swung out, hit the flick shot. It was lightning fast. Really impressive. Minio needs to be really careful right now as Rainwaker's on the other side of the divider. If he times his peak to perfection, it can be perfect. The flash comes over. He's good for 1 while fully blinded, but it is an instant trade before his teammates charge onto the site.
Good for Dennysaw. Rangs out shots where he can, but with ships there to assist him. Right now, Anonymo, they're walking into a slaughter, unable to trade one another. It's all onto K and SKADE. They hold once again. Josh, this is really quite strong from SKADE here, as we see K. He should also be quickly executed. Nice shot onto Denny Saw before he falls, though, when, well, it's an opportunity for him to do so. Duplicate makes sure that it's a fleeting one, though. And as SKADE make it 13, Anonymo, they're forced into a reinvestment. Well, desperately tried to come back here.
They can afford it. This would be their last time that they can afford a full reinvestment like this. And yeah, as it comes out, they really do need to win this round. Every single time they get onto the verge of resetting SKADE, SKADE either win the round and stay alive and keep that money flowing, or like we saw a couple of rounds ago, they save 3 players, they keep them alive, and it means that economy can recover off of it. Play towards B once again. Anonymo have had far more success over this side of the map than they have on A. That was made apparent last round. And Ships with this secondary sniper on the B site, and see what he can do with it.
As they push their way forward, Oxygen hugging this angle, ready for this initial attack. And there's a brief lull. No one's quite finished the job just yet, though. In this lull, Anonymo just get ready for an attack. Bear in mind, they've got no money past this. They desperately need to get this attack to work. And, well, on the close angle, they're going to play contact for Oxygen. He's ready for Innocent. He fires the initial kill. There's the opening. Snacks, can he trade? He doesn't have to. K's the one to do everything required. And now as the site swings open like a door in a gale, K's going to aggress towards CT. Ships punishes him for it. Snacks ready for the aggression over towards water. As the bomb goes down, Ships will be the one to oblige him with this push. Slowly ebbing his way ahead. Snacks ready on the angle. Its timing doesn't quite favour him, but he still hits the shot anyway. Ready for the reaggressment. Then he still shuts him down as well. It's all onto Rainwaker. 1 versus 3. And for Snacks, what on earth can he do from here? It's ready for Rainwaker, who's just cowering in heaven, providing SKADE with just an M4 to save, but without money. Anonymo, this is where they equalise. And right now, for every step SKADE take, Anonymo are snapping at their heels and just ready for a moment to pounce.
Honestly, I think a lot of this rides on the fact that Snacks is playing out of his mind right now as well. At the start of the map, when they were on that CT side, Snacks wasn't having a huge impact. That was really being felt. Now on this attack, he's hitting just about everything. And even in a round like this, where they're at a bit of a disadvantage, look at this. I mean, what does he even see there? Hitting these very, very fast shots, these key shots that open up the site and secure these rounds. And now we go 13 to 12. Look at the money here for SKADE. It's not very good. They just about pull out a buy off the back of a save in the last. And if they lose this round, Anonymo will be able to push themselves to 14.
That they do, as they push their way forward. We've got a bit of damage done either way, but it's initial util damage. It's nothing that will really come out on top. And, well, as they still shuts down Innocent, there's an opening now. It forces them into a really awkward spot with follow-up damage done onto them. We see Minio ready to go up from Con. Innocent falling though. It's a hurdle, but it's one they're trying to scale with a kill onto Duplicate. Another one presents itself with Oxygen's kill onto Minio. And with now 2 AWPs left on their T side, this isn't a nice spot to be in if you are Anonymo. But for Snacks, it's a nice one to be in to kill Ships. Into a 3-on-3, the knowledge of Oxygen's location known means that as aggression comes up from short, Oxygen's left in a really, really uncomfortable position with these members ready to fight him.
Given how this started for SKADE, it's interesting that it's come back down into a 3-on-3. 2 AWPs in play here for Anonymo. Maybe not the tools you want for the job going for an execution on the site. They've got no utility. And Kyler just slow peeking into this angle. Gets the timing onto Oxygen. 1 more on this B site to contend with. All 3 players stacked up, ready to go for a hit right now. I wouldn't mind seeing Kyler just swap out to a rifle for this push. As there is Rainwaker up close with the FAMAS. They need to take care of him because he's hugging the tight wall. Rainwaker's able to hit the shot. They need to swing and trade. Kyler does so, swaps out to the Glock and deals the finishing blow. Denny flicks onto Snacks, but can't reset, can't get back in time. And Anonymo make it 13.
Once again, this is so damn close, but we see that Anonymo, they're finding that rhythm. They're absolutely finding what it takes to push themselves forward, and as they do so, they've just completely reset SKADE. SKADE, who are now on to a couple of pistols here or there, are running out of options pretty significantly here, Josh.
They really are. This is, well, a very, very bizarre performance from SKADE. A huge win streak, potentially, about to be crushed by Anonymo, of all people. They've played very, very well today. I haven't seen a whole lot from Anonymo recently, to be honest. They've really impressed me here today. Even if they don't win this map of Overpass, even if this does end up going to a third and they lose it, this has been a very strong performance from them against SKADE, who have been absolutely monstrous recently.
Now they have. We see Anonymo commit towards the speed site. It's the absolute best site to go for. SKADE, having stacked long, going to have to go for a few exits if possible. As Anonymo, they take the lead with just 4 rounds remaining. What on earth, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people not happy about this outcome. SKADE, this should have been a really, really free game for them, to be honest. All of the betting odds, everybody on HLTV at the start of the day when I woke up, I was saying, yeah, do you know what? This is probably going to be a 2-0 to SKADE. If it's not, it's certainly going to be a 2-1. Yeah. I thought we were going to be in for a quick morning. I didn't realize it was going to be Anonymo making it quick, though. Really, really bizarre stuff. And there you go, 14 for Anonymo. 2 away from finishing this off, 1 away from securing map point and overtime.
Absolutely right. As they push their way forward, Anonymo left with a fairly tough spot ahead in what will be a couple of players here or there to try and pull through. But the reality is, if you were SKADE right now, you've got to try and make up for the fact that you're now a round down with the momentum in favour of Anonymo, and you've got to win this round. Otherwise, not only do you get simultaneously reset, but it's as your opponents hit match point. And for Denisaur, killing Snacks is just the opening thereafter.
Yeah, that's huge. Snacks, major impact here in this second half. I think probably 3/4 of his kills have come from the last 7 or 8 rounds. Now, with the man disadvantage, Anonymo need to try and recover this. We have seen them plenty of times here in this half recover from being a man down, but have we seen them do it with 2? Rainwaker, another headshot there onto Innocent. Denny on the angle here on long. Should be able to connect for 1 more if Kyler does peek into it. Comes down to timing. Kyler wins it. Denny goes for the wider swing. And Anonymo might just be able to level out these numbers. Ooh. But okay. Misses a key frag.
So a KK frag there.
It was a KK frag. And he needed to win it. And he lost. Now Kyler has to pick up the pieces. But he does.
He does. But great opening kill. Down to 2 on 3. And so you need to bear in mind as well, Ships right now is on 30 kills. Below him is actually on 21. And then for Rainwaker, Denisaur, and Duplicate, they're still stagnating a little bit. They're struggling to go positive. It's because Anonymo, there's about 4 kills between their top and bottom fragger. They're all pulling their weight, and, well, it's just working beautifully for them. Duplicate, kill onto Bioneo definitely puts a spanner in the works, but with players at all angles, I think for Anonymo, the plant is probably the only thing they're going to be able to retrieve in this round. The players finish up from long should quickly finish the job. That he does. Ships shuts down Kyler. That's 14 for SKADE. It's the equalizer. And at 14 of 14, where the hell does this game go from here?
I don't know. 14 to 14, and there's money here for both sides. So this really could go either way. We've seen Anonymo take a fair share of rounds here on this T side. I do fancy their chances of maybe winning this next. I'll have to wait and see, though. Round number 29. This has come so damn close. 14-14. SKADE, they need to recover this. If they lose this series 2-0, that's going to be a really tough loss. And especially going into a qualifier after this, even though they should just be able to win that game later on comfortably, it's really going to play on their minds, this loss.
You're absolutely right. As they push their way forward, there's K good for the opening. Denisaur falls. The AWP falls straight down for the members over on the SKADE. And losing Denisaur is definitely not a positive player to lose at all.
It's absolutely not, no. And remember, if Anonymo win this round, that's OT secured. And if we go to OT, then Anonymo have a really good shot at this. They'll have back-to-back rounds where they can go for full buys and... Well, it looks like they can go for a boost here. See if they can gain themselves an extra advantage. There's a player here towards the barrels, but the smoke goes down just at the nick of time. Snack spots the feet, though, and that's oxygen gone. 2-man advantage here for Anonymo. They just need to make sure they don't make any mistakes, and they hold on to this round.
Duplicate takes a lot of damage to that molly as he tries to back away as well. As he sits towards the other side on the head angle of Wood, he is fully expecting Anonymo to push into him, but for Anonymo, it's all the patience game. They know full well that SKADE have to aggress for info, but 35 seconds left, actually. We're going to have to see an execution fairly shortly. They're out of aggressive util, so they're going to have to do all the damage with their guns here, and... well, as we hit 25 seconds, let's see where this attack comes from. They push their way forward. Innocent, the first man to lead this charge, and as we see the swing from Duplicate, fully blood as he does so, Innocent falls. Is there a trade from Rainwaker? Yes, there is. However, Snacks comes out on top. Snacks doubles down with a spray control, and now for Ships. Last man left standing, caught out by K, as we see Anonymo hit 15. A massive, massive upset potentially about to happen, as we see absolute decimation on them.
Unbelievable round there from Snacks. For a moment here, we see it come into a 3-on-3, but as soon as Snacks comes out to trade, he pulls it right back his side's way. 15-14, a chance to close this map out right here, right now. And this is their best chance to do so up against 3 MP9s, an AUG on Oxygen, an M4 on Rainwaker. No AWP available here for Denny or Ships. And worst case scenario here for Anonymo is we go to further rounds. SKADE, it's overtime or bust.
Right away,
Good nade. Oh, better, even better Molotov.
Got to extinguish it, and he's got to try and run away as he does so. He's just the other side of the smoke, almost carrying and hiding. Bit of damage back and forth, though. Ships as he aggresses forward with this flash and MP9. He's spotted out, but Midio just doesn't react. Suddenly, this is looking scary. Ships aggresses forward further still. From above, though, Rainwaker finishes the job, and for Anonymo, they've just been dismantled, Josh.
Yeah, this is bizarre. This was a very, very bizarre round. We've seen Anonymo have so much success towards being these rounds. This time they go for connector. As you say, Minio just doesn't even react at all to the man in water. And Snacks now in the 1 versus 5. He's been really good in this half, but I'm not sure if he's able to pull off a clutch like this. Goes silent off of party. But as soon as he comes into connector, he will be contested by Rainwaker on the off angle. Timing doesn't bless him, but it does second time round. Snacks walks straight into his waiting crosshair, and we go to overtime, folks.
Absolutely perfect. And, well, for SKADE, that is a lifeline that they've just clung to there, because Anonymo, they pretty much had them dead to rights. Great recovery, and for Anonymo, let's see what they can hope to do with a second chance now in OT to try and topple SKADE.
32 kills on Ships right now. It's just absolutely bonkers. You can actually see here on the SKADE side, there are just far more kills than there have been from Anonymo. But Anonymo, they've been out-positioning their opponents. They've been able to get these plants down, win the round by taking the sites, using their utility. And now as we go into overtime, we're going to see far more of that, because both of these sides, they're going to have loads of money. They're going to have whatever weapon they want. They're going to have all of the util they can ask for. And Anonymo get the luxury of starting off on their T side as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And right now, for Anonymo, a 2-3 rounding T side is absolutely perfect.
It absolutely is, yeah. I mean, you've got to remember, what was this? 9-6 at half-time, and then SKADE were able to take the pistol, and we saw it go 11-6, something 11-6. Like that. Since that point, Anonymo have had a fantastic T-side. They've got a lot of momentum behind them. As long as they don't make any kind of major mistakes here, I think there's a good chance they take a couple of rounds on this T-half, and then it all comes down to their defense. If they have a good defense, then they're in a great spot. If they don't, then we could just continue to go back and forth here. 15-15, 19's that magic number here for the first OT, 18 apiece secures secondary over time. And as Denny's got that up, Ship's not opting for a secondary. On the other side of things, Snacks with a sniper of his own.
He pushes his way forward. Let's see what works out for him. Because with this initial aggression, 2 shots ring out either way. It's a bit of burst damage, but it's no kill just yet, though. And as they try to come out on top, we see Innocent shifting his way forward from Fountain. And from here, it leaves a fairly strong spot for the members of SKADE to hold firm. Again, they have this set up ready for the bait and switch, but no reason just yet, as we still have this brief lull. Denny Saw shifting forward to the other side of Banana. He's fairly exposed right now if we see a bit of a fast push on him. But instead, Kyler will be the one to lead the charge. Timing allows Denny Saw to get away, but instead he's going to aggress further still now. This is bold to say the least. He misses his shot. Rainmaker good for 3 there on the follow-up aggression though, and that is exactly what's required as we see a quick little 16th round for SKADE.
I don't think we've seen a single T round work here towards the A site for Anonymo. I'm not saying they need to just hit B every single round, but they need to be careful. If they're going towards A, they keep getting punished by these same configurations here around the toilets area. As we look at those LOOT.BET odds, they surely can't be right. Surely. That's mental. They're crazy one-sided. Anonymo are a map up, and it's overtime. It's 16-15. That doesn't make any sense at all.
You're right, that's brave to say the least. And, well, as some aggression comes through, we have this brief lull in which, as these smokes go off, they should spur some players on to the attack. And for Anonymo, they're just going to try and push their way forward. Flashes go down. It's a fast hit now up from Banana. And for Ships, hiding in toilets, it's a first little kill there. Trade back and forth, though, allows Dane to come out on top of the kill onto Kyler. But this is from Long, though. The molly should show this. Key, he's ready for the follow-up hits, but as none comes, instead, SKADE, they're able to bolster their defense in the nick of time. The AWP continuing to aggress forward, tries to come out on top of Denny Saw. Some shots ring out back and forth, though. The AG duplicate rings true, as does Denny Saw. It's all on Mineo. He's good for 1, but what else can he hope to do here in this 1 versus 3? Denny Saw almost toying with him at this point as he goes for the information play, and he'll just back off before quickly killing him. It's 17 for SKADE, and now this is actually looking very, very scary for Anonymo.
It absolutely is, yeah. SKADE, they've secured themselves 2 here on their CT side. As soon as they move over to their attack, we know that they're stronger with it. This is kind of a must-win round here for Anonymo if they want to take over Pass. And to be honest, in my mind, if they actually want to take this series, I think the 3rd and final map here will be close. I think there's no doubt about the fact that if we do go to the 3rd map, it will be a close one. However, I think this is definitely Anonymo's best chance of winning this series. Taking it right now, as soon as they move over to Mirage, the SKADE are the favourites.
K-shots down, 1 duplicates there to trade into the 4-on-4. Kyler comes out on top there when suddenly Anonymo, they might have found their rhythm. As they continue to peek forward, Innocent the one to lead this charge into Ships, who will be the sole defender. And unfortunately for him, timing now favours him as he awaits for this attack. A brief lull, which he'll look to capitalise now. Continuing to get ready to pull ahead, and flows over on Anonymo. They just hold firm and awaits this attack.
As the flashes come over the top, Ships pulls it right back into a 3-on-3. Does take some damage from the duel. 40 seconds on this clock though. Denny mollied out. Now he has to swing wide. Needs to take the duel. Ships falls. Denny drops 2. And now it all falls onto Rainmaker to try and keep this flawless half.
Oh no.
But he's got the bomb. This is massive. Needs to be retrieved. 25 seconds left. Rainmaker gets the first. And now Snacks. It all comes down to timing. if he can post himself in this angle, maybe he can take down Rainwaker, but Rainwaker plays this to the T, walks his way up short. No Snacks has no option to go back up to A. He sits behind the pillar, dances around it, but Snacks uses the AWP like a shotgun. No scopes the opponent and takes it 17-16. Snacks, my goodness, are you going to not win a clutch at some point? Because he seems to be taking every single one of them.
Pushes their way forward. This is what else we hope to see from here, because we've got a very tough spot now for Anonymo. Bear in mind how much they've struggled on their CT side to now topple SKADE, who still are a team to fear. It's a tough one, to say the least.
Well, 34 kills now on ships. He is really, really pulling away. Of course, we always kind of say that he's the man here for SKADE, that star player. We go to a funky graphic, and then we go back over to the other T-spawn. There we go. Little player comparison for you here. Okay, versus ships. Ships, 1.79 KDs, having such a huge impact here. As you see Anonymo move over to their CT side, of course, we didn't see them have a great CT side in the first half, but we did see them have a really good start to it. They got themselves off to a 4-0 lead. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, that is terrible timing from Minio. I don't know why he's trying to cross that.
Well, as they push their way forward for SKADE, that is absolutely the opening that they're after. This is where things get really, really scary for these last couple of members. And, well, once again, as we prepare for this attack. He's able to come out on top as... Oh, Innocent comes out on top, duplicate falls, and just like that, this leaves a perfect opportunity now for the remaining members over at Vox to shut down K. Equal pegging with Innocent onto one, trades back and forth, leaving it all onto Snacks, and Snacks down a 1v3 to try and keep them off match point. What on earth do they hope to do from here? Leaving them in a very, very awkward spot, and for Snacks. Holding firm. Then he saw scoped in. Hits the shot of a SKADE. That'll be 18.
Yeah, as soon as Denny spots him out, that's it. It's round over. Snacks had the element of surprise. Anonymo, when they brought it into a 4-on-4 and they spotted the man in Monster, I thought that was going to be it. I thought they might be able to stack up on that B site, shut it down. They just weren't able to win the duels. 18-16. I'm just going to put something in there now. I don't know why no mods have banned him. The guy in the chat saying he's got rigged info on games.
Oh, it's great.
Please, nobody fall for that. Please, nobody fall for that. It's obvious bollocks. Don't fall for that. Don't want anybody losing money to some scammer in the chat. Hopefully, he can be banned soon. But unfortunately, we don't have the power to do it.
I love him. What I thought was quite funny as well is, if you're going to fix a match, why would you fix second round of a Swiss stage? What value? What value does that have? Like, it makes me smile. But fortunately, rigged CS 123. I feel like with a name like that, surely people like understand. It's surely right.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit out there, isn't it? It's a bit hey, look at me. Nothing conspicuous about it at all. Ships, nice headshot. Actually comes back into a 3-on-3. The major issue here is SKADE. Look at the HP. Collectively, they've got about 40 points of it to work with. But Anonymo, they're not checking their corners. And wow. Rainwaker tapping in these digits on the bomb. SKADE might actually be able to take this one.
Oh, nice roll to Innocent. It leaves it all onto K. Kyla, 1 versus 3. And 4 in hand, low HP on every single member. Just like that. Finished job by Dinosaur. That's a beautiful game by SKADE. It's hard fought. But because of that, they're able to come out on top, leaving Anonymo in the dust as they send us to a third and final map on Mirage. We go to a quick little break. We're back in about 5 minutes or so. When we return, let's see who the true victor will be in this series. Don't go anywhere.